Oh my goodness. It snowed last night. It snowed a lot. Look at how much snow there is. It's a full whiteout. It officially feels like winter now. Let me turn on a little light. There we go. Hopefully I don't look too orange. It's still snowing. You can see snowflakes fluttering around in the air. And dare I say it, I'm kind of excited that it snowed. I know for years I've talked about how winter and I are frenemies. We get along around Christmas, but beyond that, winter overstays its welcome, at least in Ohio. But I think I've figured out the trick to making winter feel like less of a nuisance and more magical. And that is to not have to drive in it. Genuinely, I think anytime the weather turned, whether it was rain or sleet or snow, what would instantly go through my head is, oh man, I have to drive in that. And for the past many years, I've had a job that was close to an hour away. But now that I work remote and I work from home, I don't have to drive anywhere if I don't want to. And I think that's the cure. Genuinely, because all I want to do right now is schedule a mid-morning break to go play in the snow. I think this kind of morning calls for a hot cup of coffee, partly to warm me up, mostly to fortify me for the day ahead, because I've been off for the past week, checking in here and there, you know, right before bed, just to make sure that no emergencies happened, but basically off. And I had a nice little to-do list waiting for me that my boss kindly itemized. So I'm gonna have to tackle that this morning. It's all very doable. I don't know if I'll be able to get it all done today, but that's the goal. I'd like to have a lot of that off my plate. So let's start the day right. Coffee and a beautiful wintry scene outside. Then we can chat about the day. Quite a few of you have asked in the comments where my keyboard is from. This is just from Amazon. I really wanted one of those cloud keyboards. If you've not heard of those, they're the ones that sound delectable. They just have the softest clicky clacks and they have the price tag to match. Obviously that is not in my budget, so I found the next best thing. This was from Amazon. It has little kickstands, which I really love. You put a battery in it, which I was a little hesitant about. I'm thinking, how many batteries am I gonna have to change out with this keyboard? But I'm still going strong with the same battery I put in it when I got it. And this was months and months ago. It also comes with a mouse, which I thought I wouldn't need. Turns out I depend on this thing quite a lot. Also battery. And then there's a little, I won't take it out because it's attached to my computer, but there's a little USB thing that plugs into your computer. I have a Mac, so it fits into my Mac. That connects your keyboard and your mouse to your laptop so that your computer will recognize when you're typing on your keyboard, oh hey, I need to transfer this onto the screen. I can't remember how much it was, but it was affordable. I'll link it down below in case any of you would like to grab one for yourself. It came in quite a few colors if memory serves. I went with pink, obviously, because I love me a pink moment, and it just sounds wonderful. So many of you have said, I love when you tap on your keyboard, it just sounds amazing. Me too, guys. Me too. I also can't believe we have made it through Vlogmas. I got through 23 days of Vlogmas. Technically there was supposed to be 24. I even saved the last one for a what I got for Christmas video, and I just didn't feel right filming one. Just something in my gut told me, let's not showcase everything you got for Christmas. That feels a little bit like bragging. Not that I think any of you would take it that way, but I've learned over the years to trust my gut. We made it to 23 days. I feel very proud of that, but I am glad that my schedule has gone back to normal a little bit. I don't know how daily vloggers do it. Some vloggers genuinely do that all through the year. No. Okay, I'm gonna finish sipping on my coffee and tackling this to-do list. It is quite lengthy. I'm gonna put on some Vlogmases that I haven't had a chance to catch up on, listen to that in the background, and dive right in. And then after work, prepare yourselves, because we're gonna have a cozy little evening night in together. Hello, it's a little while later. I decided to take my lunch break out on the town and escape my house for a little while. Because of the storm, I haven't left in a few days and I needed a change of scenery. The only issue I didn't think about is the fact that I can't see out of my window. This is my current view right now. I mean, I think my wipers will do it, but I probably will take a scraper to it just in case.
begins. Hello, winter. Glad you can make it. Back out in the cold again. I closed the place down, but I had a really good lunch. That was delicious. And it's nice to work outside of the house every now and then. Now I'm headed to a coffee shop just across the street to get something hot to warm me up. In my favorite little corner. I've already drunk half of this and have a gluten-free cookie waiting for me. Very happy. I ended up staying at work a little bit later because there were some projects that I just couldn't seem to find the time to do during my normal working hours. So once that's done, I'm going to stop that bad habit and get off work normal time. This is just so cozy. Honestly feels like living in a winter-themed Hallmark movie, and that's why I love my little town so much. Oh, the song's in the holiday. Because no matter where you go, and no matter who you meet, everyone is just so nice. And the storefronts are always cozy. It's just a good time, every single time. Staying cozy at home definitely has its perks, but I think you can still be cozy in winter out and about in town. Look how stunning that sky is. Oh my goodness. This doesn't do it justice, but it is so pink. Oh, I need a new camera. I was gonna say back home in my cozy little loft, except I'm distracted by the fact that my camera is very broken. The viewfinder is falling off, and I'm usually upside down when I view myself. I need to take it to a repair place. Thing is, I have a work bonus that I got for the year that I was saving, you know, for emergencies. Does this count as an emergency? I think so, but I don't know if other people would think so. It's fine. We'll worry about my camera another time. I have decided to spend the rest of the evening getting cozy. So I've got my Kindle. I've got a new audiobook loaded up on it. It's just in the mood for a little cozy whodunit. So I downloaded a Murder, She Wrote book, because if you didn't know, it's not just a TV show. I also have a bunch of books that they made mimicking the show in book form. So while I listen to that, I'm gonna grab my crochet tote full of lots of yarn that I've just neglected. And I'd like to find something to make. I don't know exactly what, maybe just a few granny squares, but I just want to do something with my hands. What I'd really love is to make this kind of blanket. I don't know how to do that. I've just never attempted it because it takes so long, but that could be a fun project. I could just pick it up at my leisure. It doesn't have to get done all in one sitting. It's not gonna get done all in one sitting. And it can just be this ongoing thing that I go to whenever I need a calm, cozy moment. And for anybody wondering why I'm not just gonna listen to a book and daydream about it, I can't sit still. Here's the thing about me, if you don't know. I have to be doing something with my hands, even if it's mindless. I can't just stare into the abyss and daydream unless I'm in bed, in my covers, and therefore trapped, or in a car, going somewhere, and therefore trapped. Okay, I'm gonna look up a blanket crochet tutorial, see if I can find one while I listen to my book. And if there's anything you'd like to do, anything crafty you've had your eye on that you just haven't given yourself permission to sit down and do, now's the perfect time. Join me in this cozy corner. Fix yourself something warm to drink, grab a blanket. Tonight is all about relaxing, resting, and having some fun.
December 25th. In those days, the holiday season was really a season. Speaking of time, I have an appointment for a haircut in a very few minutes. Can anyone give me a ride to Loretta's beauty parlor? Why don't you take off your coat, have a seat, and let Corinne get you a cup of coffee? Eve began to unbutton her beige lambskin coat. The last thing I need is caffeine. I am riding higher than a kite. Ask me, go ahead, any of you, and ask me what glorious thing has happened. You have fallen in love with a handsome and very rich man. Ideal ventures, alluding to what we all consider to be a not uncommon occurrence in Eve's life. Now I'll have to answer to a lot of disappointed people if he objects. Not to worry, Dan said. I spoke to Walter and told him about your idea of a boat parade. While I can't say he was all for it, I can say that you and I are scheduled to meet with him tomorrow morning because, as I explained to him, by then we'll have a better idea of the level of community participation. So his decision-making will be based on facts, not suppositions. That sounds a lot better than my having to explain that I simply didn't think to consult him beforehand. I laughed.
Very sleepy now, but I'm happy to tell you that I've done 2 rows of this crocheted granny blanket. It has these little tufts all in a row, and I guess every 2 rows you change colors. So now that I've done 2 rows, I'm gonna pick a different color. This really pretty mauvey pink. I want it to be a gradient, so it'll go this maroon, then mauvey, then cream, and then a black, and then start all over again. This is super easy. The first row was probably the hardest. The subsequent rows are a breeze. And I feel like this is the kind of project that I could just make a habit of sitting here and doing while listening to an audiobook. This is perfect. I always feel like I never utilize this reading chair. I always sit on the couch with my laptop or the TV on. But as I mentioned with my Dream With Me and Plan for 2025 video, I'm prioritizing my soft girl era. I am prioritizing rest and calm activities that don't require any sort of hustle culture. One of the things I want to do is read more. I just am in the terrible habit of making excuses that I don't have time, but in fact I do have time. I just don't make the time. So this is the perfect little craft. I can busy my hands so I don't get fidgety, and listen to something at the same time, because now I know the pattern and I can just continue doing that over and over and over until it's a blanket. So I will keep you posted as I go and show you progress here and there. I will also link the tutorial that I used in the description box for you, just in case you want to start making your own little blanket. I feel like this could be fun, something to keep me busy in the colder months. Okay, it is much later, but I want to show you my progress. I ended up staying up a little bit longer to do another row and start the new color. Look how cool that looks. It's gonna be a gradient when all is said and done. I might have to go to Meyer to see if they have any more of this yarn. This was, I think, a limited edition brand. The yarn is super soft and had really pretty colors. So we may have to take a little trip to Meyer at some point to see if we can get any more colors. But I'm really enjoying it. This was a really good exercise in
having screen-free time. I don't know about you, but I struggle with screen-free time because a lot of my hobbies involve screens. My work involves screens. And I think it's fine if one or the other is true, but when both are true, when you spend your working day at a screen and then you spend your hobby time at a screen, screen time, I don't feel comfortable with that all the time. So I'm trying to retrain my brain a little bit. Habitually, I will grab my phone or I'll grab my laptop. What I'd like to get into is grab a book or grab my Kindle, grab a crochet project or a coloring book. Winter is the one season where I don't have a lot going on, and therefore I can dive into all of my creative hobbies that I don't have time to do in the summer. And I don't want to look back on winter and think, man, I spent most of that on a screen. Whether or not it was productive, it was still a screen. And I hope it doesn't sound like I'm barraging screens. I think they have their purpose, and I will definitely be on screens in the evenings sometimes, but I don't want that to be my default setting. I don't want that to be the thing I reach for. I would rather have my brain think, ooh, I feel like coloring today. Ooh, I feel like doing a little painting. Ooh, maybe I could read a little bit. I want that to be the thing my brain thinks of first. Anyway, this was fun. I hope you had a fun time having a cozy winter day with me. I cannot wait until this weekend where I will be dedicating some time to tidy, really limiting my filming. I have to film in very strategic parts of my loft because the rest of it is chaos incarnate. But until then, I will be spending my evenings relaxing in my soft girl era. And with that, I think I will leave the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for spending the day hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. It's about to get cold, like single digits cold around these parts, so indoor activities will continue. So if there's anything you'd like to see project-wise, more in depth, let me know. I have an entire craft cabinet that I could dig through if need be. I'd love to have a scrapbooking night with all of you. I have this prayer journal that I have been scrapbooking here and there. Makes it a little more exciting than just a notebook. Maybe we could do a little crafty evening together adding to that. Options are endless. Let me know what you'd prefer in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye.